Welcome to It's the Dave Show, and I'm Dave. Here I do travel, home, and tech product reviews, and today I got a little bit of home and tech. I got this product from Xsense. This is the company that makes this. It is a wireless home security system. And in this video, we're going to go through the unboxing part to see all the pieces that you get, and we're going to talk about how to set this up, how to actually install it in your house, and how it works, and we're going to test it to see how well it works. So stay tuned. So this video is going to be a little bit longer than a lot of them because there's a lot involved. This is going to be detailed. Feel free to skip ahead if you would like to get to the parts that you're interested in. So without further ado, let's dig in and see what's inside the box. Okay, here we go. First, right off the top, you have the quick start guide. So they do have the apps here. You do need to download the app to your cell phone. We'll do that here in just a little bit. But this is a quick start information, which I do like the fact that these have these quick start guides to get you rolling. There is also the manual, and this one I believe is in, it says English, and that's Dutch, Deutsch, which is German, and France. And so there's the instruction manual there. Very nice and simple and easy. And you do get a window sticker. This you can put on the outside of your house to show that it is protected. Let's dig into the goodies here. We've got, these are motion sensors, okay? So you get 2 motion sensors. So as people walk in front of it, they will be detected. And you get 4 door sensors. So these are magnetic door sensors. Part of it goes on the door and part of it goes on the threshold around it, the door frame. And as soon as it gets separated, then the alarm will go off. But you get 4 of those. I'll just push those back in there right now. But you get 1, 2, 3, 4. And this is the home base station, which is actually nice. It's very small. Very small. So you don't have a big gigantic base station or anything like that. There are some codes. I'm not going to show you that. There are base station QR codes that you use to connect this all up, but we're going to do that in a little bit here soon. And then you get a box of stuff. So let's see what this is. Okay, batteries. Lithium batteries. These are for everything because it's all battery operated. There's no wiring at all, which is really nice. This is a wireless system. That and that. And a remote control. You do get a remote control, so it's easy to arm and disarm. And there's an emergency type SOS there. This here is a bag of screws. So these they're labeled for each item. You get wall anchors and screws to mount all these on the wall. Now, this part's really cool because let's say you're in an apartment complex or someplace you don't want to drill holes in your walls and put screws in. They actually make double stick adhesive pads for every piece on here. So you can just do the sticky and stick it up on the wall and there'll be no holes on there. Now, of course, the screws and so forth are going to be a little bit more permanent and probably more secure than the sticky, but nowadays these stickies are pretty good, and I might try that here on my house because I don't think I really want to put holes in the walls. So we'll try it with the stickies and see how that goes. And let's see, that's it for that box. There is a power supply. You get a little power brick and power cord. That would be for the base station because it all plugs in right there. So that's the only thing that really is wired that you have to plug in is the base station part of it. But that's it. That's all the bits and pieces and parts. So let's go through and put some batteries in here and put this stuff together and check out the app. Okay, I have all the pieces out here. Now I'm only going to put 3 door connectors on because I only have 3 entry doors. A front door, a side garage door, and a back door. So I'm going to do that. But let's look at putting the batteries in. How does that work? It says open. There we go. That opens up, and this is how you mount it. It's the mounting bracket. So you put the screws through there, and then you can just put that in there for that. So let's just put battery in there and close that up for now. This one doesn't use a battery because it's just a magnetic attachment there. All right, let's take a look at these. Now, again, this is the motion sensor, and you can put this either flat on a wall or at a corner as well. And I'm probably going to do a corner. We'll see how that goes. But let's open that. That's fairly easy. And there's your door for that. Let's get to the batteries. And these batteries, let's see what these are. The CR1, let's see if we can see that. I don't know if you see that. CR123A, 3-volt lithium batteries. That's what those are, in case if you are wondering. Okay, that goes in there. Oh, there's the test button for that too. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and get the app set up on my phone, so just a minute. Okay, so now you do need to log into Xsense, so I'm going to create an account and do all of that, so just a minute. Okay, once you download the app, you need to set up your an account. Very simple to do. I already did that already. And so I'm now here to this page. It says Add Device, so I'm going to hit that button. Add device. Now I'm gonna plug this in now. This is the base unit. I'm gonna plug that in. Make sure that has power. And it's showing red right now. Then it goes to green, flashing green, which means it's supposed to be working at connecting onto the Wi-Fi system. But let's see. Add device. Add base station. There's a little scan code at the bottom. Okay, so it comes up with this situation here. I'm going to call this device the home base. And this is under a home base. I set this up already, is what I'm calling this system as such. So let's go home base. Next. All right, so now it says press the base station, or power on the base station, then press and hold the button for 10 seconds. So let's do that. There's a little button here at the front. Until the LED indicator flashes green. It went red and it's now, well, it's kind of flashing green again. It cycled through a little thing. But that looks like it should be okay, so it's green. So let's hit that operation confirmed button. And then next. Now it's going to search for nearby Bluetooth devices. Okay, now it wants you to connect to your Wi-Fi. You do have to have a Wi-Fi. It's a 2.4 gigahertz system, which I do have that. So I'm going to put my password in, and I'm not going to show you that, of course. Okay, so once it does that, it's going to work on... Connecting to Wi-Fi. There you go. It tells you it's connecting to Wi-Fi. So you're just going to kind of let it... Wi-Fi connected. There we go, and it's blue. It turned blue for just a second there. So that is good. It's going to finish its little connection. I went red again. And now it's blue. And let's hit finish. Okay, it says tap here to set up LED brightness, sound, and etc. It still shows offline for some reason. I'm not sure why it does that. Oh, there he goes. Now it's online. So it takes a second to get on there. Okay, that button is a little touchy here. I do have a case on my phone, so maybe that is it. But home base there. Now settings, you can do different settings. Voice volume, I can just turn that up. It's loud. Alarm volume, types of tones and things like that, so you can change all those. You can enable the voice, enable the alarm, LED brightnesses, and so forth. So you can do a lot of different things here, but we're just going to leave it as that for now. Now, you want to add devices, you hit this little plus button, and then it asks you what you'd like to do. This particular one has entry sensors and motion control and remote control. We're going to start with the entry sensors. So there's a QR code on these two. What you have to do is you have to take the back off, which you just slide this little piece off, and that's where the battery goes. I've already added the battery to it on there, so you want to make sure those are in there. And it's got a little scan code right there. You just hold that up to your phone camera and it finds it. So this one, I'm going to change the name to front door. For the home base situation, says select room, living room, whatever. Alright, remove the cover, put the battery in, which I already did. And now there's a button on the side here.
Add a device.
Ready to add. If you press this this button here, this little test button, hold it down for a few seconds. It should.
Device added.
There you go. It flashes blue. Device is added. There you go. That it adds that one. So I'm just going to slap this back in here. They are all on there. They're all activated. They're all ready to go. Okay, as you can see, I got all the pieces added to the app part of it. Sometimes it takes a couple tries, so be patient with it. The next step is to actually mount these where they're going to be mounted. I'm going to use the tape instead of the drill and the screws and that kind of stuff for now. Just a temporary thing to give this a test and try until I permanently mount it. So let's take the camera out and see what we can do to get these mounted up. Okay, I'm ready to mount the sensors here on the front door. Now you want to make sure which sensor is which, because I had these all programmed and I grabbed the wrong one. So have your app handy, because your app will tell you which one is which. And now they say that you can have there's a gap up to about an inch. And the way my door is it's got the big trim around it, and so it's not going to line up exactly the right way. It's going to have a little bit of a gap on it. But I looked at my app, and even with this little bit of a gap, it shows that it's still connected on the app. So you want to make sure that in the closed position, it is still considered closed, and then so forth. So I did pre-mount some of the tape on one side. I'm going to peel this off and stick it on here, and we'll see how that goes. And now that I have it mounted up here, you can see that it still shows that it's closed, which is good, even though there's a little bit of a gap. And as soon as I open it, it shows that it is open. So this one is working perfectly fine. Now it's time to get the sensors up on the other doors. Okay, now this door is a little bit different. This door opens outwards. This is to my garage. So I grabbed the correct sensor with my, that says garage, that I pre-set up. And I can't put it like this. You just can't do that. But I tested this out a little bit, and I can put this part on the inside here, and then this part, because it has to be stuck to here, I can put it close to it like that, and it still works. So it's not exactly the way it should be, but it looks like it still works. So I'm gonna go ahead and mount this up here, and we're gonna test it out. Okay, so as you can see, I stuck that part there and this part under it on the door. Now this is not really sticking very good to the door, so I'm probably gonna have to screw it on, but it's good for temporarily. And it shows that it's connected, everything perfectly fine. So if I open the door, it shows a disconnect. Close the door, and it connects again. Again, this tape is not holding up on this door. For some reason, this paint is not good for this, so I'm gonna have to screw this on there. But this particular direction, it actually works. Okay, I'm here on my back patio door, and I just tested it. I can mount it right here and there. This is flatter. Now you have to open up this door before you open up this door, so I could put the sensor here, and it might be a little better and easier than on this molding, but I'm gonna try the molding first, and we'll see how that works. Okay, as you see, it's quite a bit of a gap between the two, but according to my app, it looks like it's connected just perfectly fine. So if I open the door, now it says that it is open. Close the door, and it is closed. So even though there's a little bit of a gap and you have to work around a little bit, it does actually activate, and it registers on here, and it all works fine. So the next step now, and all my doors are done, is I got to do the motion sensors. So I'm going to work on that. Okay, I got the tape off, and I stuck it here right in the corner, and it looks like it's going to be just fine there on the sides of it. And the next step is the hallway one to see how that works. So let's just go do that one next. I have the second motion control sensor, and I'm going to do is put this up in my hallway, because I have a hallway going one direction and a hallway going another direction. So I'm going to put this in the corner to catch both ways. So I did put the tape again on the corners. I had to cut a piece of tape and make it there on the corner. So let's go ahead and install this and see how this goes. Okay, that looks good. And I even checked the app when I was in the living room, and it detected the motion. So we're going to go through and do some test runs and stuff on all these sensors and make sure everything is working, and the base station for the alarm. So we're going to do that next. Okay, I'm just doing a screen recording. I'm going to do a test, and it looks like the motion detectors and everything have a test feature on it. So let's just start with the hallway here. Motion test. Let's test your device. So I'm walking into the hallway. Oh, there we go. Motion detected. Okay, so that one worked. That worked fine. Let's go into the living room. We're going to do the motion test in the living room. I know you can't see where I'm at or what I'm doing, because I'm just doing this on the device. But trust me, I'm doing it right here. Let's try that. And I'm going to walk into the living room. And boom, within seconds, motion was detected. Okay. That's good. All right, now let's go to the back door. And let's see, notification sound device. Okay, this doesn't have a test as such for the back door, it looks like. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to arm the system, and I'm going to do the doors. So let's do that. I'm going to hit the button on the remote. I'm going to hit the little remote. I'm going to press the away button. System armed. Okay. So let's open the back door and see what happens. Right, there we go. All right, that worked good. That was the back door. Alarm off. So let's go to the garage door, where I had to do that funky system for mounting. So I'm going to hit let's arm it. Okay, I heard the notification. I don't know if you could hear that, but the base station told me it was ready. So let's open the door. Yep, there we go. Okay, that worked good. I got one more is the front door, so now I'm over towards the front door. Let's arm the system. Okay, system's armed. Let's open the front door. There we go. Everything is on, added, and tested. That works great. So let's go back to the studio. Okay, well, thanks for sticking with me on this video. I know it was long. I went through every little bit in detail. I wanted to make sure that you understood that you could also put this together, how simple it is. Now, it does take a certain steps, and it takes a little patience, and sometimes you have to test things out a little bit to make sure everything works fine, but I was able to do it and get it all put together, and it does work really well. I did the whole complete testing, as you saw. Oh yeah, one thing I forgot to mention is there's no monthly monitoring fees. You don't pay anything extra once you buy the set. it's yours and you can set it up, and it does give you the indications on your app. So as long as you have your phone with it, you know what's going on with your alarm system. So no extra fees, which makes this a great value. But everything worked good again. I hope you enjoy this video. If you are looking for a home security system, this one may be the one for you. Go pick one up.